Welcome to the Country Music Rocks podcast. I'm Danny Dwyer.
And I'm Julia Courier.
And boy, what an exciting week this is, because we're talking about television.
We are. This is the time of year where I start to become a homebody. I don't know about you, but it starts getting dark earlier, and I don't know, it takes a little bit more effort for me to want to leave the house at this point. I want to catch up on my shows.
Sure.
I want to just I want to bake. I want to, have comfort food. And so I'm ready to start. All the premieres are coming out now. So
I know. I've been watching
ready.
a lot of them and seeing them. We're excited. The one I'm really excited about is the new show on CBS called The Road.
Yes.
With Blake Shelton and Gretchen Wilson and Keith Urban and
that's
Taylor
gonna be,
Sheridan. It's so good.
I cannot wait for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And you're right. There's a lot of great shows. And another one that you're a fan favorite of is Fire Country.
I do like that show. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen it a few times. I did see it one time when Kane was a special guest on it. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yep.
But so this week we're focusing on pretty much like country artists that got their start through maybe music and then advanced to film, which is really awesome.
It's cool.
Because there's a lot of people.
There's more than just, we were talking, before we started filming, and there's more than I realized, or maybe I just forgot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I forgot too. And when I dug and did the homework on the assignment, I was like, wow, I forgot about that. And now you're going to want to go back and look.
Totally.
Because people have changed.
Oh, 100%.
It's unbelievable how much Casey Musgraves has changed.
Wait, what was she?
Yeah.
What was she in?
She was on a TV show. It was called Nashville Star in 2007.
Okay.
She did not win it.
Okay.
But her look is completely different. When I saw it, I was like, that's fake news. It's not Casey Musgraves, but it was Casey Musgraves.
How funny.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be looking that up after.
So going back to our childhood, we both grew up in country music.
Yes.
You got a chance to see it with your parents living in Boston. What was your favorite shows growing up as a kid? Do you remember some of them?
Well, I just remember sitting with my parents. I think it was, like Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember what night it was, but like Dukes of Hazzard would be on, and that was like a big night. Like my dad definitely loved that. So, Waylon Jennings was a big, prominent singer in our household.
Yep.
My dad and I, we wore out, 8 tracks and cassette tapes listening to him. Yeah. So that one, Hee Haw, which again, that takes it way, way back. And I know you watched that as well.
I did.
I may not have understood all what was, going on in those shows, especially like maybe Hee Haw, but I can totally picture in my mind sitting in our living room on a weekend night with a bowl of popcorn and hanging with my parents.
Well, that's what it used to be, and TV back then was so different.
So different.
Compared to what it is now. We didn't have documentaries. We didn't have Netflix then. It was like ABC, CBS, and NBC. That was really it.
Exactly.
That I remember as a child growing up.
Oh, for sure. Like it's almost like it's too much TV now.
Right.
Like you don't know what to watch.
Right. And that's the good thing about Netflix. You can always watch a show. And catch up because your friends watched it and told you about it.
Exactly.
For me, growing up, you're right. Same thing. Saturday morning cartoons, but Saturday night was always like with my grandparents because both my parents worked, so I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. And my mother would always say, "Okay, be nice for your grandma. Don't get out of control." But I love country music because of my grandparents and my parents both.
Yeah.
I think that's why I became a Waylon fan because of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
But growing up, I was forced to watch Hee Haw.
Okay.
And at the time, I didn't get the jokes. I was very little.
Exactly.
But what intrigued me was the music.
Yeah.
I love the banjo. And watching Keith Urban and Roy Clark play a banjo, I wish I had that talent.
Right.
It's crazy. And then, of course, everybody knows Buck Owens and is famous for his red, white, and blue guitar.
Right.
The artist that came on that show kind of raised me. It's what got me sparked to like music so much, right? So it was interesting. So when I started going through the list of shows that I've forgotten about, like my mom was a huge Andy Williams fan.
Okay.
She loved him. He always had guest performances from different people coming on the show. I think one time it was Elvis Presley. Who didn't love Elvis, right?
Yeah.
My daughter, we've talked about this many times.
I mean, he's generational at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was like the Glenn Campbell show. I remember my mom loved Glenn. In fact, we lived in an area in Southern California as growing up. He had a house that was like 4 miles away from us. And every now and then she would take this back road to go to the grocery store and she would see him out washing his Corvette.
No way.
And she'd honk like he'd wave to her. She was so excited.
Funny. That's so cool.
Yeah, but living in LA, there's stars everywhere.
Everywhere.
So it was interesting. So those kind of memories. But then as I got older, I remember seeing shows from my brother who's older than me.
Okay.
He loved Johnny Cash as well, so did my dad. And knowing Chris Christopherson, and Waylon Jennings, and Willie, I was raised on that music with my brother, which is interesting enough because he loved Willie.
Okay.
And my dad loved Johnny and Chris.
Yes.
So when those came together, it was really cool. And I've had the experience to share this with you, and you've seen it in person. It is pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us on the podcast for the first time and you plan on going to Nashville, I want to remind everybody, there's a couple must-dos that you have to do.
And this is one of them.
Definitely. One is always the Country Music Hall of Fame. Second stop is the Ryman Auditorium.
Yes,
the
definitely.
Ryman Auditorium, the history in that building alone is just crazy.
It's incredible.
Years ago, a record rep friend of ours had told us the story that when Johnny Cash filmed his TV series, it only ran for 3 seasons from 1969 to 1971, I think it was, or maybe 72, early 72. They did all the filming at the Ryman Auditorium. But when, like, season 1, Johnny realized there was no way they could film portions of the show during the daylight hours. They had to wait till nighttime so the lights, because it was so bright in there. So Johnny posted and said, no more filming. We're going to pause for 6 months. And when you go to the Ryman Auditorium and you walk around Nashville and you see this, you walk to the, would be like, I think your left side of the building if you're standing at the front entrance. The whole left side, the upper floor, is all stained glass windows. Those stained glass windows were all paid for by Johnny Cash for his show.
Which is pretty cool.
So when I see that every time, I just go, wow, that's history right there.
Oh, for sure.
So incredible. And I think that all the people that stood on that stage for that show that know that story. So again, if you're going to Nashville, Julie and I will be your personal tour guides. We'll get you dialed in to tell you where to go, but that is definitely one stop you have to do. And then just down a couple blocks is obviously Johnny Cash Museum.
The museum.
Which is awesome. You see his Bible, all his handwritten notes.
The notes,
you can go on for hours about that one.
Yep.
So that was my childhood. And then, some of my favorite movies, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yep.
Can't forget about that. Even though Burt Reynolds wasn't a singer.
No, but I feel like that movie just kind of, it falls into that category.
Of course.
It's that country theme.
Yeah, it was the guitar man, Jerry Reed, who played Bandit, and I loved him for that. And to this day, I can never stop playing Eastbound and Down.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So there was Smokey Bandit 1, 2, and 3, I think they were. And then one of the people that was Paul Williams is in that movie, and he is a famous country singer as well, which I didn't know for the longest time until my grandmother told me that. So I go back now and I see it and I'm like, oh, that's the guy Grandma told me about. It was kind of funny. Yeah.
But I love this. I'm getting a little history lesson.
Well, there you go. And then, of course, we just had the chance to visit it when we were in Nashville a couple weeks ago for the Grand Ole Opry. We ran by Cooter's place.
You did,
Who's Ben Johnson, who plays the mechanic in the Dukes of Hazzard. And you can take that tour. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. But I will tell you and forewarn you, bring your credit card because you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah. It sounded like you did.
We got hats and shirts and stickers and license plates.
Why not?
It's historic.
You're there.
And if you're that kid that grew up on that show like we did.
Exactly.
It was so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
For sure.
And then TV changed. We came into these more or less like competition shows that we all started seeing.
And all those types of shows kind of took over.
Yeah, and I like one of them that really stands out to me, we saw this year at the Oregon Jamboree, Sawyer Brown. And you remember their history-making moment, right? They were with Ed from The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, Star Search.
Yes, that's right. I remember you telling me that then, and which I did not know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Wow.
I don't think I had never seen, hearing their songs, I knew who they were.
Sure.
But I didn't, I think I just kind of forgot. It wasn't one I always followed, but I knew a lot of their music. So
right.
It's interesting. But I did not know that they were on that show.
Yeah. 2 other people, this will blow your mind. I know you know one of them. I know you probably remember this one too. He was a baby. Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
Okay. And then Britney Spears was also there.
Okay.
So that was kind of funny. But the other person that I did not know and I forgot about was Phil Vassar. one of
okay.
Nashville's greatest songwriters,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Just Another Day in Paradise and a couple of others.
Great music.
Little Red Rodeo he wrote for Colin Ray, which was awesome. So I think about those times of TV and where those stars are and how they got their start as opposed to today.
Right.
A lot different today.
Significantly, yeah.
We talk about the competition shows. What's always been your favorite competition show?
Ooh, I watched American Idol when it first came out, watched The Voice when it first came out, but then I kind of fell off after so many seasons.
Right.
I kind of stopped watching them. I never got into, I know Survivor had some, Chase Rice was in the Survivor.
Yep.
I didn't watch Survivor, at all.
Did you watch it the season he was on?
I didn't.
Oh,
I did not, because I was never into that show. And I don't know, I think he was doing music, but he wasn't really, I hate to say he wasn't really known. I think he probably had his own following at that point,
Sure.
but I didn't know of him when he was doing Survivor. I probably would have watched. Had I known, I probably would have watched. So I didn't watch that. I know some folks were on Amazing Race.
Yes, Jennifer from Runaway June was on there as well with one of her good friends.
Okay. Did you watch it?
I did. We used to watch Amazing Race a lot.
Okay, see, I didn't watch that.
But after a while, I kind of got bored with it, and it was one of those things. I was like, okay, they're going through cities. They have to do all these clues to catch stuff. So it was fun to watch them.
Did you watch Survivor?
I did for a while. We had
Okay.
some other friends that were really into it. You got to watch it. And I don't know if this is true or not. Supposedly, I had heard that Chase had won a serious amount of money. He a runner-up on his season of Survivor, which helped pay for a lot of his musical bills and helped him get started by that. So good for him using that money wisely. It's now paid off for him, as big as an artist as he is. So we kind of watched that a little bit, but not. I'm like you. We didn't really get too deep into it, but we did enjoy the competition shows when they were on. Not like the music competitions. That was a whole different ballgame for me. Definitely, I love watching those. And like we said, in the 80s, TV completely changed. I think about Kenny Rogers as an actor, right? He did The Gambler. I think there was Gambler 1, Gambler 2, Gambler 3.
I know 2 for sure.
Yeah.
There may have been a third. I don't know.
I can't remember because it's been so long since I've seen those movies. But he was the main guy.
Yeah.
Right? Kenny, as soon as Kenny got on screen, that changed everything.
Right.
Because everybody wanted to be on screen. You had mentioned Dolly as well.
Yep. She was in a lot.
Yeah. 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah. Coat of Many Colors.
Yes.
She was in another one with Burt Reynolds. Was it The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
I think it might have been that one.
I think that's the test of our knowledge. We'll have to go home and YouTube it.
She was also in one with Rhinestone Cowboy with Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. For some reason, I loved that movie.
Yeah.
If that came on right now, I could probably sit and watch it. But looking back at it, it is probably one of the, Sylvester Stallone's acting was probably awful. But at the time, it was fantastic.
Right.
You probably couldn't sit through it now. I probably could, but just I did enjoy that movie. But it was pretty cheesy.
He's always been, I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite actors, but he is definitely an actor that I grew up as a kid watching. Who didn't watch Rocky, right? And then there was Rambo. And then he did that one with Dolly. And then now he's doing his new series on Tulsa Kings. Which is really cool.
Have you watched it?
I have not. You keep recommending it to me.
It's good.
I know. Good. I have to go watch it. But now you say that, I've got to go back and watch that TV show. Because it takes me back in time as a kid.
This will definitely take you back in time for sure.
And it's funny to go back and watch those because sometimes they seem cheesy now, but then they were so big.
They were.
Right?
Yeah, they were it. They were the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now that you mentioned it, I just sparked a memory in my head that we were at the Country Music Hall of Fame. There in Dolly's exhibit, that show, the movie Rhinestone Cowboy was in there, and the shoes that she wore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I got to go to the Hall of Fame. I have not been. So
it's incredible.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I actually would love to see that.
Yeah, but I think about Kenny Rogers too. Going back to his time, that produced so much business for him. His record sales went through the roof.
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
He teamed up with Lionel Richie, became really good friends when they did the song "We Are the World," and with Michael Jackson and so many. And if you've never seen that documentary, go watch it. It's it's so amazing to watch.
Right.
And Kenny's input with Lionel on it was awesome to watch. And then they'll see those people come together. But I think about all the things that he did, like his musical career just skyrocketed.
Right.
He exposed himself to so many people. And it's a lot different now, but that's what I like about today's TV.
Yeah.
We're getting so much exposure for so many of these new artists that we may not get a chance to hear of. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I also like to go back to the competition shows. You said you do watch.
No, I do watch them. Like I said, I watched American Idol when it first came out for, several seasons.
Right.
And then, I don't know, I just stopped watching. And then The Voice, I watched that for probably the first 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was just more of, you run out of time. You run out of, it's mostly time.
Right,
like,
it
how
is.
many shows can I watch? Like, my DVR is full of all these shows. I probably still have The Voice recorded. Haven't watched them. Yeah.
I know we've set our DVR up to just record automatically.
Yeah.
So when I'm a fan of social media, but I don't look at it when the finales are coming up because I don't want to spoil it.
Spoilers.
And if I get the chance to go back and watch, I will. But I mean, looking at the list of just what American Idol has produced from season 1 to now, I think this is going to be season 26 coming up, or 27 maybe. I forgot how many numbers are there. This list is so impressive. It gave us Keith, Carrie, and Luke. It gave us Steven Tyler, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood obviously is a champion, Kelly Pickler, who went on to do a Nashville talk show for a while. She was like, I think it was called Good Day Nashville.
Okay.
And she ended
was
up
on that,
yeah, she was like amazing. And now we haven't heard from her in quite a while.
Yeah.
But cute little Lauren Elena, who has done some stuff. Scotty McCreery.
Yes.
Chase Beckham, and then as a guest judge, never appeared on there, but just as a guest judge, he seems like he's a part of it every year now, is Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is really cool. And can you imagine being that artist and getting the influence from one of Nashville's biggest
stars
influencers?
right now.
It's like, whoa.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I think I did see a couple episodes. It might have been when they were in Hawaii, when Jelly Roll was on it. And he just seemed to really enjoy his role. I don't know if he was kind of like in the mentor role or just giving advice. He seemed to really enjoy it. And I think the people that were competing really took his advice, what he had to say, to heart.
Sure.
I mean, he can definitely give some good.
Yeah.
He's got the knowledge to share.
And I personally think he's a great motivational speaker.
Oh, yeah.
From him and Lainey both. Like, they have a career after country music if they want. Like TED Talk with Jelly Roll, can you imagine?
I think he definitely speaks from the heart.
Yes.
I mean, look at his performances, though. I mean, he sings from the heart, I mean, you feel moved just from him singing some of his songs.
Right.
So, he could totally do motivational speaking.
He would be amazing. And we got a chance to see him this past summer with Post Malone here in Portland, and the speeches that he was giving on stage there. But when he wins, he's so real.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he is now getting the opportunity to become bigger on screen.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of opportunities. We're going to talk about that in just a couple minutes. The second competition show that I've always been a fan of, The Voice, which always produced some great artists for us. Not always artists that have gone on like Carrie Underwood. I feel like her and Kelly Clarkson.
I feel like American Idol had some of the more powerhouse artists that are still doing something today.
Right.
I think there was just a little bit more longevity from that show. But The Voice, I mean, they still delivered a lot of great artists out of that, for sure. And just the artists that were featured, that were involved. I mean, lots of country artists were involved on The Voice.
Yeah, Blake, Gwen, Reba, Dan and Shay came back as the first duo ever, sitting in that big old chair together, which I'll never forget because that was hysterical.
Yeah.
And then Winona became a guest judge, and Jelly Roll became a guest judge for and so did Taylor Swift for just two episodes only. They were just a quick mentor. And imagine you're as an artist, you're like new, up and coming, and then all of a sudden you come out on stage and you meet your mentor, Taylor Swift. I would probably just turn around and walk away. Yeah. Because I'd be like, where do you go from there? Right.
How do you...
You're the highest of the highs, with the biggest mega star on the planet,
So did you see it when she was on?
I did.
So did they have to perform in front of her?
They did.
Wow.
Yeah, they had to get on stage and sing for her.
Those performers are good for them, because I can't imagine getting on stage and performing in front of Taylor.
Yeah, that would be really nerve-wracking for sure.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that with many of our friends before in the industry as well. So yeah. Do you remember the TV show Nashville Star?
I didn't watch it, but I do remember it.
See, and I don't think I watched it. I can't remember it. I'd have to go back and YouTube it and see if I watched it. But we talked about
have. But again, maybe I have to do the same.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to go back and watch now because we're like, oh my gosh, I forgot they did that. Casey Musgraves in 2007 performed on Nashville Star.
Okay.
I don't believe she won from my notes that I saw, but she does not even look the same.
I'm totally going to look that up after.
She is a completely different person.
Okay.
So I highly suggest you go back and watch it. Buddy Jewell, who won in season 1.
Okay.
Was interesting because I remember some of his songs.
What was his? I'm trying to remember. He had a song that I absolutely loved. Do you remember what his songs were?
Off the top of my head, no. But I think it was something about the rain.
Yeah.
Something like that. But this is interesting. Standing between him and second place was a third place Miranda Lambert.
Crazy that you say third place and look at her now.
Yeah. She's bigger than both those artists are.
Yeah.
And they're not even really around anymore.
Yeah.
One was a Hispanic artist. I think he's still performing, but not as big as Miranda is, or Buddy, who's now, I think, retired, just doing his own thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to go back and watch.
Wasn't Chris Young on that show?
He was.
Okay.
He was on Nashville Star number 3.
Okay. So maybe I did watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe I watched, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to go watch a couple episodes to kind of, maybe it'll jar my memory.
Well, it was funny, too, because when I was putting all this together, I'm like, I forgot about these. I got to go back and watch them, too, because, we, like you said, time is valuable for us, and we're always going 100 miles an hour. You have a regular job, full-time, stuff like that. So it's all good. And to go back and watch these, like now I wish I had them on film because they're probably worth money.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Or Chris Young is like, don't ever play that again for me,
don't.
please.
Yeah.
We talked about Chase Rice. Another girl that was on Survivor as well, Whitney Duncan.
Okay.
She was on Survivor and the TV show Nashville.
Yes.
She was a guest host or a performer, which brought me to Jamie Johnson. He is, you know him for his song ACM and CMA award-winning song In Color. Yes.
Yep.
But he was like an artist on Nashville.
Okay.
Another artist. And did you ever watch it?
I did. I watched all of Nashville. I'm trying to remember him on there. Actually, I think I do remember that.
They were just like short clips of them performing.
Yes. Okay.
This one will blow your mind. Chuck Wicks.
Oh, I remember Chuck.
Do you?
What a blast from the past, yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's why I was shocked, but I didn't know this news I'm going to tell you. He was on that show performing and like supposedly like a radio DJ in town, but he got invited to go to Dancing with the Stars, where he got involved with Julianne Hough, was his girlfriend.
Yes,
I now got to go back and watch that.
Yes, yep. Now that you say that, man,
Right?
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. And then Michael Ray on the next with John Rich. I believe he won that one. And this one kind of, I did not even know the show. And I looked it up, but I think it was a show that was with Stone Cold Steve Austin from the WWE. It was Redneck Island.
Yes, I do remember that.
And it was Riley Green.
Don't remember that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So now I look back, I'm like, wait, didn't he just start in country music or did he do the TV show first?
Interesting.
So I have to go back and watch.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. But then, we already talked about Star Search. Some of the now TV competition shows goes into movies.
Yep.
Of course, some of the movies we've been talking about. They're incredible. Tim and Faith, 1883.
Yep.
Tim also went in to be in that movie Flicka. And the big one, obviously,
he was in The Blind Side.
Yeah,
that was a
with
huge
Sandra
one.
Bullock. That was a big one for him, for sure.
Yep.
And then he was on a show called Friday Night Lights. I don't remember that one.
Well, was he? I know they had a Friday Night Lights movie and a Friday Night Lights show. So I think he was in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now another add to the list. Got to go find it on Netflix.
I know.
And watch it again because I want to see, because he's been amazing. First of all, as a country singer, definitely one of my favorites. But as an actor, he's really a great actor.
He really is. And just like for recent, 1883, I just felt like he totally took himself. You wouldn't even know of him as an artist. Like if you didn't know Tim McGraw as a country music singer, you would think he is an actor, like day in and day out. I mean, both of them actually, him and Faith, just totally went 100% into those roles.
They really did.
And knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, for sure. And I at first I couldn't see 1883. So when I did finally get caught up on it, I had heard all the hype about it. And now looking back at it, I'm like, that you're right. They dove head first.
They really did.
They put their musical career aside from everything.
100% touring everything.
Yes.
And I mean, really invested.
It's like they lived the lifestyle for like 4 years before they even got involved, right?
And I read somewhere that they really, like, saying live in the lifestyle, like for a month or while they were filming. I mean, what you saw on TV is how they were living.
Right.
So they were roughing it for a while.
Oh, man, they were. That big old beard he had on.
Yeah. And I think they were literally, you know, trying to get into character and literally roughing it.
Oh, man.
How you saw it on that the show. So.
It's insane. So now we go from, like, you know, again, artists that are making the big jump. And now today's TV is a whole different, because there's so much TV.
There is.
We look at some of the artists like Kane Brown.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He debuted in Fire Country, but a new show is coming out. And it's a spinoff from the 911 series, which I didn't watch the 911 series.
Oh, really?
Do you?
Yeah, I love it.
So I don't, but they do have a Nashville. It's 911 Nashville or Nashville 911, one or the other.
Right.
That premieres this week, actually tomorrow. So I'm excited to see that, and they're starting it with Kane is in it.
Okay.
And I know it has to do with one of his performances. So I don't know if he's going to have like an actual acting role or if it just has to do with his performance.
Right.
So that'll be interesting how they kind of do that.
Do you know who else is in the show?
But I do know that Leanne Rimes is a main character.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Brad Paisley's wife, Kimberly.
Yeah.
She is a main character.
Okay.
And I was looking it up, another one, and I remember hearing her name, Mackenzie Porter.
Wait.
She's a main character. She was a big country artist in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
she's
in the
making a
show.
comeback here in the States. She just released a new single.
Okay, well, she's in the show full time as well.
Really?
Yes. So this
Wow.
my DVR is already set. I'm definitely going to be checking this one out. And this one's going to be interesting because it's based in Nashville. So, you know, how much are we going to see of Music City? I'm kind of curious about that.
Oh.
But do you think they're going to film all of the show in the heart of Nashville? Or because you know how some TV shows, it's based in New York, but they really film in Canada.
Right.
And they just do like aerial footage of stuff. So I'm curious to see if it's going to be the heart of Nashville or just bits and pieces we're going to see. And then, so it's going to be interesting.
I always love that because we could always go back and watch and go, oh, we know right where that's at.
Exactly.
Oh, we've walked on that same sidewalk.
Yes. Or maybe we'll see something like, oh, we got to go check that place out.
Right.
So, yeah, because I always love checking new places out, especially when I go to Nashville.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm really intrigued on how this is going to go.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be interesting. I don't know. It's just so busy there.
Yeah,
I mean, but it can't be any busier than Los Angeles or New York, right?
Right.
And I would imagine that they just shut down the streets or do a lot of filming at night.
Yes.
And then they just do their thing. They might even have a set somewhere close by that looks just like it.
Right.
But that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm excited. Leanne Rimes is back.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That'd be really cool.
So I'm curious to see what capacity these artists are going to be, you know, in. I don't know.
It's funny you said Kimberly Williams Paisley because she was in the TV show Nashville as well.
Yeah.
She played a wife of one of the governors of the town, so that was kind of cool actually. I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, but then you think about TV and now the whole new series of documentaries.
Yes, there's a lot of those.
Right? Jelly Roll. We talked about him.
Yep.
Perfect example.
Yep.
I love his documentary on the start of Jelly Roll, the history that he went through, the lifestyle he grew up, becoming a drug dealer, getting busted. It was like the best thing that could have ever happened to him.
Right.
Because now
Look where
his
he is
life
now.
is completely changed.
And he's changing lives.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
his life has changed, but he's also changing lives, which is pretty incredible. I mean, I think that's one of the hugest factors out of all of that.
And he, as a dad, is got such a big heart. Yeah, he can he could probably be rough and
rough
tough
around the edges and
but as a dad, he's a teddy bear.
Yeah.
I saw a social post a couple weeks ago where a girl was at his bar. She had just turned 21. The only thing she wanted to do is to go to Jelly Rolls. She got there. He came through the back door and she said, "It's my birthday." He grabbed her and her entire family and said, "Come with me." And he took them in this elevator. They went upstairs and basically said, "Everything on the house tonight is on me. Happy birthday."
I was like, that.
what a
such
guy.
a class act.
What a
Yeah,
guy.
I love that.
I just love him and memories that we have with him as well. Here, when we were at the Cascades Amphitheater, I told him a story about your husband, and he's like, "Where is he?" Because I didn't really know Jelly Roll at first.
Exactly. I know. Yeah.
John, your husband, turned me on to him and was like, "You got to listen to this music. You're gonna love it."
He had been listening to him like so far in advance.
Yeah, before anybody knew who he was. I mean, John was watching when he was a rapper, and it was amazing because at that point, I had told Jelly that story, and he's like, I got to meet him, bring him backstage. And he got in trouble for bringing John backstage, but he just wanted to shake John's hand to say thank you for telling somebody about my music.
Yep.
So it was really cool. So I can't wait to see Kane's performance too, because I think I saw something they were performing, and it looked like there was a tornado of some sort.
Yes.
People were scrambling, and I was like, what is going on?
Well, and I read that people actually thought something real was happening.
Oh,
so
not realizing it was a TV
so it's going to
show.
be interesting. I definitely see Kane and his wife. Well, I don't know if you knew, but they're getting. Thank God, their single
Right.
is getting made into a movie.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, a Lifetime movie. It's going to be a Christmas movie.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. And so Kane and Caitlin are serving as executive producers.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty cool.
I feel like Kane kind of wants to dabble a bit more in the acting realm.
I'm sure he's got that bug. And once you get that, it's hard to get it out. And he's got a great mentor. Him and Tim are friends.
Yeah.
So Tim is probably telling him, hey, man, music's great. You've nailed this. Go do your next thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I want to go back for a second. One more on the documentary. If you have not seen it, I know you've seen it. Is the one for Luke Bryan.
Yeah, so good.
Such a great documentary. It'll give you a behind the scenes look of all of this music, this industry, how rough it is.
Yeah. Well, and especially now, because like you watch that documentary and you see how hard it was and how much work Luke had to put into getting to where he is now.
Right.
There wasn't the social media, I don't think at all at that point. And if it was, not at the level that it's at now. So, I mean, he had to... He put the blood, sweat, and tears in, and I'm not saying that people on social media don't.
Right.
But it's different. It's a lot different.
It's like the TV shows. Over the years,
Yes.
the 60s were great, the 70s were great, 80s came movies, 90s came more movies, 2000s, everything changed.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now we have social media and people are gathering through TikTok and Amazon, Spotify. That's how people are getting found. So I agree with you. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But that is a great documentary.
If you have a favorite movie or one of your favorite actors that we didn't mention, please let us know.
Yeah.
You can find us at countrymusicrocks.net, Julia or Danny, and we'd love to hear your opinions. Maybe what are some of your favorite movies? I'd love to hear from everybody.
I mean, why not add some more to our list?
Exactly.
Our list is continually growing, so
Of course.
we need more things to watch.
Yeah.
But it's the time of year to sit down and watch some things.
100%. Snuggle up with your honey, get down on the couch and watch that old, what was it called from Dolly and Sylvester? Rhinestone Cowboy?
Rhinestone Cowboy. Oh my gosh.
I know what I'm doing next weekend.
But also tune in to Nashville 911 on
Fox?
It is on
ABC.
I think it's on CBS.
Okay.
I didn't write that down, but it is on
Fire Country, I know, is on CBS for sure.
Yes. October 9th on Thursday. So,
Get a
it's gonna
chance
be a
to
good
watch
show.
it. And go Leanne Rimes. I'm glad she's back. That's so
I'm
cool.
excited. I'm excited for this one.
It'll be fun. Listen, we'd love to hear your suggestions. If you want to hear us talk about anything on the podcast, please write to us, Julia or Danny at countrymusicrocks.net. We'd love to hear from you. Give us that opportunity. And of course, thank you for always joining us on the podcast.
Yes, we appreciate all of you.
Yeah, give us a listen. Give a click, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Find us on Odyssey, Spotify, iHeart, all your places for your podcast. We appreciate you. Have a great day.